This is the Philippines, a country of 7,107 islands, the largest of which is Mindanao in the south. There are over 24 provinces in Mindanao, where the Manobo people are spread throughout the vast landscape, but more densely concentrated in the Agusan del Sur area of La Paz, extending to some 22,000 hectares of virgin lands. It is shielded by mountain ranges and hundreds of miles away from the Muslim-populated towns. La Paz is the Manobo ancestral domain from the first day of the world and on to the last of their breath as they move on to the spirit world, where, according to their ancient belief, they shall return again and again in a never-ending cycle of life. The Manobo territory has been declared by the national government with the legal title called Certificate of Ancestral Domain Claim. The mountains, the rivers, the lakes, the waterfalls, the forests, and the fields belong to the Manobo tribe. That is their birthright. Only a native Manobo can lay claim or title to the territory and its resources. To harm these natural resources is to harm the Manobo. And no matter what amount of compensation could ever approximate that, the grief of the Manobo suffers when their habitat is threatened. The Manobo bleeds for every tree that is cut down by the intruders who dress their intents with promises of a better life. The Manobo suffers when a backhoe punctures the mountains for minerals. The Manobo hurts when political antagonists use threats and intimidation to force the tribe to surrender their land. In the midst of all the intrusion, it became imperative for the Manobo to rally behind their leader for survival and defense. This is the leadership of their tribal chief, the daughter of Datu Tagliong, proclaimed by him and acclaimed by the Council of Elders, Datus, Bagani warriors, and the over 2,000 tribesmen from the different regions in Mindanao. Her title, by which she is respectfully addressed, is By Agayon Hawadon Kugbahan Tagliyong Anlamit Merlin Kogit. Her supremacy is sacred, and her name is honored by all. Bai Merlin is the anchor of the Manobo strength. She embodies both the past and the future by making the present the center of a vision fulfilled. Together with her husband, Datu Francis Bonanat, they invested in an idea that has captured the interest and the involvement of several British, Canadian, and Australian finance institutions that are today the active stakeholders in the Manobo fields of unfolding dreams. From the denuded pockets of the mountains that were ravaged by the illegal loggers, the Manobo planted palms that produce oil for every conceivable human use. The first phase covers an area of 200 hectares planted to palm oil fronds. Every hectare is able to sustain every family of the tribe beyond a lifetime. This is the Datu Tagliong Agroforestry Plantation Project, the first and globally recognized forest conservation model of the Manobo people, spanning close towards the expansion of 10,000 more hectares in partnership with European investors with no government financing to date, but with the full recognition of the national leadership and the supportive endorsement of every affiliated national agency. This is the flagship model for other indigenous peoples to replicate in their respective ancestral domains. This is the template of the alternative economy at the grassroots level of entrepreneurial management. This is the Manobo story of achievement and pride. The nation offers them honor, and a grateful people acknowledge them with pride. They are the origins of our race and the future of our progeny.